Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 versus 1 on Titanfall. On the southern side, as the Farsight Enclave, we've got Envy. On the northern side, as the Necrons, we've got spooky, scary skeletons. Skeletons will be opening up with a couple of Necron warriors, fistful of Bill Scabs, and quadruple plasma generators. Whereas Envy is going to go for a couple of Guevasa squads, a Enclave's Council, and a orbital landing flare. This is pretty exciting. Been a while since we have seen the Farsight Enclave, a faction that is primarily based on bringing down the heroes, and they're able to summon forth units using some drop pods. They're not drop pods, are they? Like landing crafts that come around and do some gubbins and all that stuff. So yeah, very exciting. It's also been advertised on the Discord as a noob game. I watched the first 5 minutes. I was actually quite impressed with how these players, play, I suppose. So, we'll see how it goes. I'm expecting it to be a good game, but who knows? Maybe in the later games. Like a lot of players who are fairly new to the game, the early game is quite easy to get your head around, and then as the game goes on, you're kind of paralysed with choice. So, you know, this might be I don't know, like an educational kind of thing. This might not be, but as always, be kind in the comments. You know, we're all being hit, and there's already one mistake here. L 2 ghost turrets. What kind of madness are you expecting? Normally, if you're a Necron player and you're expecting some argy-bargy, you'll build up your ghost turret to maybe about like 95% health. And then if somebody starts come knocking on your door, you then finish it off, and then you've got a ghost turret there. And then if no one does, you cancel it, and you get all your money back. But going for 2, so spooky, scary skeletons, looking for quite a defensive kind of player. Also should there we go. I was about to say, looking like they were about to not finish that plasma generator there. That's fine. Everyone's going around capturing their bits and bobs. Commander Arachon, which is always a stellar choice as your first commander for the Farsight Enclave, is the ranged-orientated Tier 1 hero. You can either go for this chap, or you can go for what's his name? Commander Farsight, that's his name, as the faction is named after him. He's a close combat player dude. This dude is a AoE damage range kind of chap. Also got the ability to jump out the way in case anyone gets too close, which the Necrons shouldn't really have too early on in the game. Going to go for an extra squad of Necron warriors as well. A little bit of a back and forth before then deciding to open fire. And the Necron warriors will probably just want to fall back and wait till the commander gets within range of the ghost turrets. Although, there we go. Just ever so slightly within range. And Commander Arachon doesn't like taking too much damage to the face. But we'll try and snipe out a squad of Builder Scarabs, but pulling one back, they are free to reinforce. It doesn't necessarily matter if you've only got one chap in there left over, just so long as you've got enough. Well, just as long as one survives. That's the main thing. So rather than going over here and bothering with the turret, it will deny the relic on the left-hand side. The Necrons won't be able to push out the base until they get a critical mass of warriors, or they go for a Necron Lord who will teleport and keep on top of Commander Arachon. Might be wise to walk the Necron Lord over, and then when Arachon decides to jump away, you can then teleport the Necron Lord after him to keep on top. Yeah, he's going to wait. Patient. Like the living dead. That spooky, scary skeletons indeed is. Those guys will come over to repair the obelisk. There's no major damage being done, just a little bit of pressure, just to keep the Necrons on their toes, capturing their strategic point outside the base, although like in most games when you play as Necrons, the early game map control isn't going to be in your favour. But the more lads get out, and he's actually going to reinforce them to 5 apiece. So that'll be 15 Necrons in total. I don't know if Commander Arachon has the things to go for, but mind you, he's going to go for Tier 2 straight away. And Orca Transport. This does allow the Farsight Enclave to have a little bit extra money incoming as well when the Orca Transport is on the field. So we're going to leave it going for a little bit just to benefit from that economy, as they cannot upgrade that. In fact, you're not even bothering building up your listing post. That's probably a bit of a faux pas. Definitely want some listing posts on those bits and bobs. But Commander Arachon being joined by Crisis Heavy Battlesuit, already a powerful Tier 2 lad coming online, and another, not another turret. Another faux pas. Just the one will do. This is money they could be spending to tech up, or do anything else. No, I think I'm going to make this a, whatchamacallit, a PvP workshop. Like I said, it's been a while since we've had one. It's always good to learn. There we go, look at that. Walking the Necron Lord on over. And both of these guys will jump away, so now we can teleport after him. Mighty fine choice there. Go and cancel it. You don't need this ghost turret anymore. Fair enough. Okay, you've done it. Let's go increased. Oh, increased? Increased. wave-band transmission, if I can get my words out, which will allow him to get things out quicker. That's my understanding of it. It's been so long since I've seen the Farsight Enclave on this channel, which, weirdly enough, for this, I think this is like the second PvP workshop game where someone's brought in a Farsight Enclave game. I wonder why that is, or this is a popular faction full of newer players. I suppose it's just because it's a really cool kind of concept. No production buildings, you've just got heroes instead. The Necron Lord point blank refusing to teleport after these guys. Suppose he's having that as an option to... Oh no, never mind. I thought I was going to use it to have as an easy exit, but no, there's no easy exits for the Necrons. Too many of them as well. The Guevasa, while I've got quite a bit of punch in close combat and in range, they don't have access to their weapons until they get their research buildings. So won't be able to necessarily trade blows very well with the warriors. But here comes Commander Torchlight, Torchstar even. Flamers. Lost damage, AoE style. If everyone turns their attention to him, the morale being broken for one squad of Necron warriors. Necron Lord going to snake on after it. And goes down. No, doesn't go down. But he will not give up. Can't stop him. Until just now when you did stop him. There's the Wraiths. Oh, just one singular Wraith. Going off. There we go. Pull him back. No, without fire support. You push them all the way back here. So now we've got an option to recapture all your lost and found pieces. But Wraiths are a nice idea. They can go phase shifted, which will give them the opportunity to get into close combat without taking damage, and then be able to start tying people up into close combat. Although, going to flambe this Canoptic Wraith. I do quite like the model work on the Canoptic Wraith there, and all the Canoptic stuff for the Necrons. Makes them look a little bit more alien. Their glowy orbs and such. Very nice aesthetics going on there. We'll chase them down. Oh, go on, I dare you, Envy. Build some listening posts. Be a man, be a lad. There's the Research and Development Centre. But mind you, your economy is still going quite well. Necron's now chilling out in the base. Could be doing some pressure. You never ever want to have your fighting forces sitting around not doing all that much. There's always somewhere that you could be bringing them, even if it's just to do a little bit of poking and prodding somewhere in the middle of the map. We know I've got Torchstar, Commander Arachon, and the Crisis Heavy Battlesuit poised for an attack. Here comes the Forbidden Archive. Necron Lord could definitely do with some additional juice. It will be rebuilt in a moment's notice. And double Ghost Turrets, in fact triple Ghost Turrets now firing at Torchstar, doing a bit of damage to it. Double Canoptic Wraiths trundling on forward. So we'll be able to type two of these guys. That will also give the Necron Warriors a bit of space to move on forward. Although falling backwards. But they can't jump all that far. They don't exactly jump very quickly neither. So Necrons, they won't go anywhere else. They have got... I mean, how many strategic points do you have inside your base? You've got 2. And your current... Oh, why do you get 20? Oh, right, you've got the obelisks. Fair enough. Which, to be fair, the Farsight Enclave could be doing with trying to curtail these obelisks just to reduce the build speed of the Necrons. It's all well and good keeping them in the base, but if they're still getting stuff from elsewhere... I mean, it's not like as if you're going to be pushing in anytime soon, not with that amount of Necron warriors. We're going to see a big boom coming in from somewhere. What is that coming from? It's a very slow... There we go. Going to say that took a fair while to get ahead. Some blue flames over yonder. And the siege is continued anew. Double Crisis Heavy Battlesuits. Commander Arachon also having a couple of gun drones as well. Necron's going to be looking for some flayed ones to deep strike in. And where is that Necron Lord? Necron Lord's inside. Right, Necron Lord's inside the base. He's doing things. He's killed the Enclave's Council. So as many orbital landing flares as you want. You won't be able to get any more commanders until that council is built back up. So very nice stuff actually from the Necron Lord. And with the flayed ones, you could probably actually throw some more down inside the base. If you really want to, and that's exactly what it's going to do. Commander Farsight will 1v1 Necron Lord all day long, but Flayed Ones potentially breaking morale. Will throw down a Orca transport, and out come a Breacher team to keep these guys back, but does not seem like they've got much in the way of knockback on those guns. So Commander Farsight in a bit of a bind here. No Flayed Ones as well, taking care of the Crisis Heavy Battlesuit. Will throw it away. Have you lost a commander in that? No, but you almost lost Sub-Commander Torchstar. So a little bit of a bamboozling maneuver there, although you have lost all your Necron warriors, which is a bit of a problem. Replaced them with Canoptic Wraiths there. So there we go. If you can't beat them, just attack them somewhere else. Torchstar attempting to cut down Flayed Ones en masse. Do you have your teleporting? Yes, you do have your summoning core. So those guys can teleport back home as and when they want, but just doubling down, bringing down some more Flayed Ones. Necron Lord forcing them to cancel that building. Also killing the Earthcast builders as well. That looks like he's going to go down as well. Sliced right down the middle. And Torchstar playing a bit aggressively. A bit dangerous for it. Only a couple of swipes required to knock her out, and without that Enclave, you won't be able to get her back up. She goes down. And what started off as a very strong opening from Envy, the lack of micro is what's doing him in. Could have had Commander Farsight chase after that Necron Lord a lot more vigorously, rather than slicing down the Flayed Ones. Could also do with moving these guys a little bit further away from the Flayed Ones, just to prevent them from having their morale being broken by the aura that the Flayed Ones have. Anyone standing near a Flayed One loses morale. But even though these Flayed Ones are basically being sacrificed for the greater good, if you pardon the expression there, they're at least keeping the Farsight Enclave back at home, which then allows Necrons to tech up, get some more Necron warriors, and also if they get the Greater Summoning Core, they'll give them a second production building, which I am assuming that he's going to go for the... I can never remember the name, the snipers, the sniper Necrons, whatever they're called. Oh no, don't do it! Don't, you madman, you maverick, spooky, scary skeletons, please don't build up any more ghost turrets, you don't need to. You've got, how much money have you got? Oh, like, if you didn't build both of those, you have loads of money. Second, well, not a second one, but a Greater Summoning Core. Get out the sniper people. Or the crab people with the swords for arms. Something better than a ghost turret. They've already got Commander Arachon and the Crisis Heavy Battlesuits with the missile launchers that can take them on. They're both heavy infantry or and the snipers built for killing commanders. Dear oh dear. Well, we are seeing the Ray Flight increases the speed and general badness of the Canoptic Wraiths. Oh, he's got to do it, man. I know I'm backseat gaming here a little bit, but if it doesn't happen, I'll weep. Weep with tears and sadness. Necron Lord still in the base, and Commander Farsight just stood over him looking at him, waiting for the inevitable return. Orca Transport doing stuff as well. Here come the Canoptic Wraiths, which these ones seem to be getting knocked over by the Breach team. Not sure why the Flayed Ones went, unless they are resistant to knockback. And instantly bringing down another Crisis Heavy Battlesuit. Necro Warriors will move forward in an attempt to get involved in close combat, breaking down those Breach teams, forcing Commander Arachon backwards. Maybe a bit too far backwards, to be honest. And the Battlesuit unable to respond with the weapons that he wants to. Not terrible in close combat, mind you, but would much prefer engaging in a ranged stance. Necron Lord going to be rebuilt. Another Canoptic Wraith on the way, and there is the Greater Summoning Core. We need to see him. We need to see him. Just two vagabonds holding up the entire Necron army. Whilst it's going on, we've got the Guevasses capturing things. Be a shame that they don't have the critical location countdown victory on, because that would force the Necrons out into a more aggressive stance. Necron Lord back inside the base. He's got bothered by both Commander Farsight and Torchstar. Double Orca transports, bringing down some more heavy battlesuits. But the Necron Lord teleports away. And he's got all of his upgrades as well. He's got his phylactery, his phase shift, I assume, and the solar pulse. At least that's what I remember from seeing on the left-hand buildy bits here. But this could be a stellar roster of heroes. No need to stand back at home and defend things. Leave the Orca Transport out for more economy. And there we go, it's finished. But they've got no money to build anything at the moment. So a squadron's, yeah, a triple helping, should I say, of Necro Warriors coming out. They've got their disruption field, so increased range damage. Sub-Commander Torchstar is the primary target for these guys at the moment. They can knock out that AoE flame damage. Also keeps the morale nice and safe. Commander Farsight, much like the Necron Lord, every time there's a tech up, they become stronger. Using that John Cena beam to blind the firing capacity of the Enclave. But their maneuverability keeps them back. So falling back, just, you know, make maximum use of this. Why not? Torchstar goes down. Next target is Commander Farsight. Love the focus and concentration from spooky, scary skeletons. Making sure that rather than firing at multiple commanders at once, just take them out one at a time. Each dead commander massively reduces the unit production capability of the Farsight Enclave. Will take them a long while to regen their health as well. They can get upgrades to increase their health regen on their heroes, but still, you kind of don't want to have them dead wherever you can, because, you know, dead heroes are useless. And low health heroes are somewhat even more useless, because you can't, you know, just rebuild them at full health. You've got to wait for them to actually die. It's a bit of a pain. Random Archon holding the line, just Canoptic Wraiths all day long. And nothing fancy or fresh coming from the base. They are going to go for the Awakened Necrodermis, which, hold on, I should know this as a Necron player. What do? You advanced reanimation protocol, research potential in the future. Also basic regeneration of troops. So there we go, just keeps them, helps them stay alive for longer. That's always good. Allows them to regen mid-battle. Especially if they fall over and rebuild themselves. Not a bad idea. But one single building. Scar Missile Defense Gunship. Still not very defensible, considering that it is indeed a Tau vehicle. So will die pretty quickly to whatever kind of small arms fire is thrown its way. But one single squad of Maws, which is what we're seeing now, built at the Monolith, should help them massively. And I'm not sure how the Necrons are doing this with such a minimal unit composition, but they are doing it. Just all you need is Wraiths and Warriors, apparently. It could really do with these strategic points have a listing purse on them. You can't upgrade them for more money, but you can upgrade them with defensive stuff, which would, you know, be massively useful in this context. Torchlight. Sorry, no. Oh no, you're a Commander Brightsword. You're like a Transformer, aren't you? Look at you go. It's like another melee person. Beautiful stuff. Slicing and dicing his way through all the infantry. It's all melee here, baby. It's all melee. Even Archon is getting a couple of blasts in there. Yeah, that dude is just slapping through people, isn't he? Gonna get a shield run to keep himself alive a little bit. Just dancing around like anime protagonists. There are a lot of Necron warriors here, but now they're all practically dead. The Maws have come on over, but I don't think their firepower is going to help in this situation. They've gone for a couple of Tesla carbines, which should knock people back, but not these commanders. They're too thick, too chunky. Necron Lord is tying up Archon as best he can. Skyrim Missile Gunship is back online. And what looks like an indomitable push from the Necrons has now been dashed against the harsh rocks of reality. Not sure where you're jumping to, young man, but you jumped somewhere. And there we go. Good lord, yeah, that's a beautiful model for Commander Brightsword. Not sure who you are, but I'm loving this little face you've got going on. Makes me think of, oh, what's his name? There was a program on Fox Kids in the mid-90s called Metabots, and there was that orange one with the ears. That's what he reminds me of. Some of you will get that reference. Some of you absolute chads will understand that reference. Got a couple of flayed ones in the Necron Modifier. So go on, just get the snipers. I dare you. It will massively. I mean, it might be a bit too late now that you've got 2 melee commanders that could jump on top of you. But 1 Canoptic Wraith just stabbing away at this Orca transport. Now you can kill them before they actually bring forth a unit. It's just that it's just so hard to do. Necron's just doubling down on more warriors. Yeah, I mean, I get it, right? So you will see newer Necron players think, right, okay, well, Necron warriors, they're robust, they literally cost no money, so may as well just spam them out. And I get that. And in Tier 1 and Tier 2, they're definitely good stuff. And even in vanilla gameplay, you will still see Necron warriors being built up towards the late stage of the game. But in Unification, you've got a lot more options with your infantry. Always have some Necron warriors to bolster your ranks just because of their cheap and efficient nature, but you are allowed to spread out. You've also got a lot more vehicles to make use of. Although, mind you, with the ease of access to price-heavy battlesuits, maybe a vehicle-heavy composition isn't the way forward here, but a Locust Destroyer is here. And like I say, any kind of fire is good fire against tower vehicles just because of how soft they are. Booms are coming in. Necron push once again. Got 2 Immortal squads, maybe a little bit OTT. But they take out that gunship. And those Tesla carbines certainly add a little bit of their damage to any kind of infantry. In fact, is it commanders? No, it's just heavy infantry. Still though, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Necron Lord doing what he can. Go on, phase shift today. Don't die. One really big skill for a Necron player is being able to make the most out of your Necron Lord. Look at that. I think Envy has got the right idea. He's at that stage now, I think, as a player, where you've got the right idea. You know the unit compositions. You know where you should be poking and prodding, being plenty aggressive all the way through the game. It's now the micro, I think, Envy really needs to work on. Whereas for Spooky Scary Skeletons, I mean, yeah, okay, he's winning, but he could be winning a lot harder with a better unit composition. Which are all skills that, you know, you learn them in the later stages of your, RTS life, shall we say. They are the last skills that you tend to learn. It's to get to this stage. I mean, if you ever, you know, if you're brand new playing, and you're playing like this, I would be perfectly happy with you. It might feel like you don't play it all that well, but this is actually, as far as, if you take like the average RTS player, this is a relatively high standard of gameplay. When you take into comparison the majority of games that you can come across. But there we are, the Necrons slicing down things. What kind of money do you have? I've also actually been spending your money quite nicely as well. So not only have you been attacking the right things and getting the right units out, you've also made sure that your economy hasn't been floating too much. Which, same for, well, I mean, not so much now, but I suppose that's because you've had super economy and you've had your maximum unit more or less for a little while. So nice spending on money from both sides for the majority of the game. Here comes some aircraft. Not a bad idea when you've got some deadly close combat units with no range capacity. But those Immortals are absolutely deadly against any kind of vehicle. Got the Shasphere Orbit Law Tier 900, 9-0 if it was a football game. Or a soccer game. If you're over the pond watching this. FCAS War Factory for more stuff. And I don't see how the Enclaves are going to bring this back. You've still got your Enclaves Council, so another hero can be brought forth. But I just don't see it. Oh no, you lost your HQ. Do you have another builder? You do, and look at this, he's going to stick to it. One man. He's probably not going back home. Going to find some corner to weep in. And who's coming out with you for a glorious last stand? It's no one, because you're... Alright, so he comes down, and you're able to choose to get more money rather than an actual unit. So I assume you're attempting to build up another HQ. You can do it! I believe! I believe, but I don't... No, you're not going to do it. Oh no, he does! He manages it! In a nick of time! So... so yeah... So I suppose in the closing moments of this game, I think what I said before about each player having, certain areas to work on, but certainly certain strengths they could be working on. My main takeaway from this game is one ghost turret at the beginning of the game for a Necron player, definitely a grand old idea, but any more than that and you're probably overselling the babe of the bathwater, if that is the term you want to use. And for the Tau Commander Farsight Envy chap, attacking down the middle, again, being aggressive, always a good idea. But if you can't quite push into somewhere, go for map control. Just deny the Necrons the ability to have all the obelisks. And if it wasn't Necrons, you would be denying economy as well. Also, build stuff on your listing posts. That's generally quite a decent idea in Unification. But there we go. So cheers, guys, for sending this game into the Discord. And it's one spot channel. Have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you 1 game a week, and there's also Discord where Discord things happen. Linked in the description as always. As for Mr. Landshark, pleasure's always never short, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.